And I wanted to be honest and transparent and speak now, never hold my peace about what is going on with me. This is something new for me. I have never, ever taken anybody on the journey with me. I usually tell people after the fact what has happened, but I'm not going to do that this time. I have this platform. I'm going to use it to inspire. I'm going to use it to educate. I'm going to use it to uplift. And if anybody else is in this 2% club with me, just let me know how it went. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace, where I am your host, Ebony Stiff, and I hope you have your pajamas on. I hope you're ready to get into tonight's episode. I am wearing my emoji pajamas that say positive on it because although this topic is serious, I am going to try to stay positive so that I can encourage you, I can empower you, and I can educate you tonight. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. The title of tonight's episode is Surviving Medical Malpractice Round 2. Yes, Round 2. I'm going to tell you exactly what that means. And I won't take up too much of your time, but I definitely want to educate you and tell you what has happened to me in the past few weeks. If you have not gotten my book, Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace, I would encourage you to get it. This is what it looks like. Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace, because a lot of what I'm going to talk about tonight comes directly from what happened here. So if you have not gotten the book, I would encourage you to do so you can keep up and understand what's going on. So because of the first issue that I had, medical malpractice issue, my body went through a lot of changes. There were a lot of things that happened. At the end of it all, my total surgery count, not just from that alone, but my total surgery count in all was 19. I have to go in for surgery number 20, and I'm going to tell you why. I was having a lot of pain, and I went to the doctor and expressed my concerns, and I truly believe that all of this stemmed from the medical malpractice issue that happened the first time. So the doctor said, okay, I understand your concerns. We're going to get you tested. We're going to do a CT scan. I had to drink the fluid. They still put the substance through the IV. I got the scan. I was told, we'll get back to you with the results. I went home. A few days later, I was still in a lot of pain. Nothing was helping. So I decided to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room, got the same test. Oh, nothing's wrong with you. Go home. Okay. So maybe it's the food. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I started going on a fast. I started changing up how I'm eating, and I was still in pain. So I get a call from the scheduling department of the hospital saying, you have to come in on this particular day, which is, you have to come in on this particular day because you're being scheduled for surgery. And I was like, what you mean? I'm being scheduled for surgery. What you talking about? And she was like, I said, I need to have the doctor or someone call me back because I don't understand what's going on. However, you're calling me to schedule me for surgery. She said, okay, we're going to have someone call you back. A few hours go by. They call me back and they explain to me why I need to have this surgery. And then they also say in the same breath, well, once you come in and we talk about it, if you don't want to have the surgery, you don't have to. That's bothering me because obviously it was serious enough for you to schedule it. So I think that it's something that I should probably go through with. However, you're going to still tell me if you don't want to, you don't have to. So moving along, what is it that I have to go back into surgery and survive something else because of the medical malpractice that happened to me already? You ready? Okay, I'm going to get my phone and read it because I don't want to make any mistakes and I want to educate you and tell you exactly what this is. And maybe you could look out for it too because it could be something that's happening to you or your family member and it's just not being caught. So, what I have is called a spigal hernia. And I don't think I said that right. So I'm going to spell it. Okay. It is spelled S as in Sam, P as in Paul, Igel as in Larry, Ian. So Spigelian, Spiegel hernia. That is what I have. This is what's interesting about this hernia. It says 0.12% to 2% of people in the world get this hernia. I am officially in the 2% club. Jesus, God was like, look, I know you had plans. I know you thought you were going to do this. I know you thought you were going to do that, but you are now in the 2% club. So you got a whole nother battle you got to go through, and we're going to do it together. We're going to do it together. So I am in the 2% club. I am happy about my club. It has happened to me, and I am going to get through it. Okay. So we're going to get through it together. I had all these other podcasts planned. I had all these other topics planned, and we're just not going to do that right now. And that's okay. We're going to do this. We're going to learn about this. So this hernia, the symptoms are pain in the abdomen that seems unrelated to food, illness, or other common sources. I had the pain. I thought it was related to food because it only happened when I ate, but that was a misdiagnosis. So it wasn't related to food at all. It also says symptoms, sudden changes in bowel function, such as constipation or a change in stool or bleeding. I did not have bleeding in my stool, but I did have issues where I would not use the bathroom for almost a week. But I thought that was because of what had already happened to me before. And I thought that I was just dealing with issues from the surgery. No, it was a whole nother issue that I had no idea about at all. Next, it says abdominal pain when lifting, coughing, or having a bowel movement. I didn't really have that symptom because I was working out. I was doing walking, doing like exercises and those things. So I didn't really have that symptom, but that is a symptom. It also says a soft, unexplained swelling in the abdomen. Now that's important because if you have a little tummy, like I have a tummy, my stomach's not flat, I think it would be kind of hard to determine if you have swelling or not, in your stomach. But that is another symptom to look out for. It says that most people do not feel a swelling, and there does not need to be a noticeable swelling for there to be this type of hernia that I have. So those are symptoms that you want to look out for. If you're having those things, if you're having pain, go to the doctor, advocate for yourself, figure out what is wrong with you because something is wrong. Your body is telling you something is wrong. So do not let them tell you that you're fine and send you home because you're not fine. And don't go home. Well, you got to go home because you might, get arrested or something like that. But go seek another opinion because you know your body better than they do. And you have to advocate for yourself to save your life. Okay, so we're going to move on to with this 2% hernia that I have. It says risk factors are a chronic cough, frequent straining to have a bowel movement, trauma to the abdomen, such as during surgery or due to a major injury. That's what I had, and that's what I talk about in my first book. I had trauma to my abdomen, not caused by myself. So that is where I believe my issue came from. That's where I know it came from. So now I have something else to deal with on top of that mistake that she made. It says frequently straining to lift heavy objects, fluid in the abdomen due to conditions such as liver problems, being overweight, and being pregnant. My only issue was the trauma to my abdomen. So if you have any of those other symptoms, it could be possible that you have this type of hernia, and you may want to tell the doctor to look for it or to search for it. So the only way to really find it is through a CAT scan or through a sonogram. Mine was found through the CT scan. That's how mine was discovered. And I'm going to move forward. I'm going to push forward and go through with the surgery. Now, what happens if this is left untreated is that it can block blood flow to vital organs, and it is life threatening. So it's something that's very, very serious. I know I'm smiling, but I have to smile to keep from crying. I really do, because I talk to my kids about it. I talk to my niece about it. I talk to my mom. I talk to my significant other. And we're just like, okay, surgery number 20 is, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We can't say no because it's not something that you can really live with. So I don't know why I'm going down this path, but I know I'm going down it. I'm going to go down it with a smile. I'm going to go down it as strong as I can. I'm going to go down this path and educate you along the way as much as I can. So if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Feel free to message me. Feel free to follow me, because I will be taking you on this journey with me as much as I can, because I don't know what to expect. I just know that they say I'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks. That's the recovery time. I'm going to try and advocate to stay in the hospital at least 2 days, because I already had an issue before where they sent me home too early and it almost cost me my life. So I don't ever want to go through that again. So if I can advocate for myself to stay in the hospital at least 2 days, I think they could give me that. I think they owe me that, because there's just been a lot that has been going on, and we're survivors. I'm a survivor. You're a survivor. You know a survivor. And the way for you to keep on surviving is to advocate for yourself. It's to listen to your body. Is to get those second opinions and not just accept that there's nothing wrong with you, because your body is talking to you. Your body is telling you that something is wrong and you need to listen, and you need to find someone that is going to listen and believe in you and get you the help that you need. Okay. So that's really all that I have for tonight, because it really threw me for a loop. And I wanted to be honest and transparent and speak now, never hold my peace about what is going on with me. This is something new for me. I have never, ever taken anybody on the journey with me. I usually tell people after the fact what has happened, but I'm not going to do that this time. I have this platform. I'm going to use it to inspire. I'm going to use it to educate. I'm going to use it to uplift. And if anybody else is in this 2% club with me, just let me know how it went, because I want to know. I want to know, because I feel special, you know. I got the 2% hernia. So if you ask me what I have, if you ask me the hernia, I can't say it, but I know only 2% in the 2% of people in the world get it. So I got the 2% hernia. That's what I have. That's what I'm rocking with. That's what I'm rolling with. I'm going to get it taken out, and we're going to keep on pushing, and we're going to keep on educating, and we're going to keep on being beautiful, and we're going to keep rocking out in our pajamas. So I guess my next podcast, I might be in the hospital room, but we're going to make it do what it do. All right. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks, possibly before, to give you updates so that you're not too stressed out about what's going on. But I love you guys. Thank you for listening. And until next time, speak now, never hold your peace. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace. You can find me bi-weekly on the Alive Podcast Network or anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Until next time, speak now and never hold your peace.